Hello class 6, how are you doing? Today we want to look at the last type of conditional sentences, but in the two previous lessons class we have defined what conditional sentences are. We checked on the first type, that was likely. We again checked on the second one, that was unlikely conditional. And in all of them, we looked at different cases in giving sentences in terms of examples, and again in giving formations and how they should be constructed. Now class, today we want to check on the last type of conditional sentences, and these will be improbable conditional or improbable conditionals. As per the definition class, it means an action that did not take place. Improbable conditional simply means an action that did not take place. And again, it can as well be called impossible conditional sentences. So by and large, if we talk of an impossible or an improbable conditional, it does mean that something that did not take place. Take it that way. It will be very simpler that way. But the elephant in the house is, how do we come up with this kind of a sentence? How should it be constructed? How should it be? And how should we have the subject, the tenses, and even the verbs? And what is the meaning? The sentences that you must construct, class, should be making meaning and should be very sensible, class. I hope you got that very well. And the first bit, we've seen definition, the other name. Now, let us check on the formation, class. Again, the word if will appear. The word if, and I described it as a conditional word, the word if. Past perfect tense, would, could. Then past perfect tense is very important. Is the formation of using the verb had to mean the past tense of have plus the past participle of the verb that you are trying to refer to, the past participle. So if you talk of past perfect tense, always consider to place the word had, which is the past tense of have, plus the past participle of the verb that you are using, class. That is very clear. We shall see that in terms of giving examples and in sentence form. So we have would, we have could, we also have should, and even might. But for purposes of clarification, we possibly often use would because that is again a conditional modal auxiliary verb because it shows the word conditional and it explains what conditional sentences are. That is why we started by saying we use will in likely, we use would in unlikely, then again we use would in what we call improbable conditional. So in most cases we'll be realizing that we shall be using this if you are referring to unlikely and improbable conditional, class, because these are very important aspects in English. Now, example in sentence form. That is the next chapter that we shall now have to summarize all this topic. If he had listened to his father, I have a comma there. If he had listened to his father, he would have not been punished. It will sound more tricky, class, and understanding this calls for more practice. But let me explain. If he had listened to his father, he would have not been punished. If he had listened to his father, he would have not been punished. it will be tricky, but more practice in English calls for you knowing better and better. Now, to explain this, allow me to go back here. It means an action that did not take place. So the question is, did he listen to his father? You know the question, you know the answer. Did he listen to his father? As for me, the answer is no. He did not listen to his father. Was he punished, or did he punished? Yes, he was punished. Reason being, he did not listen to his father. So remember, when you are giving definition of what we call conditional sentence, an action must happen in the first part. Remember, I call this first part what we call a clause. An action must happen for the other action to take place. It is important to do more practice on such, because failure to do so, it will be more tricky and it will get even more worse when you are constructing sentences. Let me refer to this again. We have had, which showcases what we call past perfect, had. But what is the constitution of the word past perfect, or what does it constitute to have what we call past perfect? It is all about past participle. So the participle of the word listen, it should be listen, past tense, listened, then past participle should be listened. So that is very important, class. That is the end of my lesson with you, and it has been very nice taking you through this topic, and it is the end of it. Thank you so much.